Hello, Mark Red Larson here for the Dreamcatcher podcast. Thanks for joining us. Today, my guest is Cara Doering. Welcome, Cara.
Thank you. Thanks for
So,
having me.
thanks for joining us. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I don't have any complaints today.
Okay, awesome. Well, we talked today and had a great conversation. I look forward to today's conversation. So, a little bit of background about yourself.
Well, I am a nurse. I'm a mom, and I have just gotten into speaking and coaching on the side. I still work as a nurse. Um, and I started my career in cardiothoracic, which is anything pertaining to the chest cavity,
Okay.
so heart and lung surgeries.
Wow.
And from there, I actually went into the ICU. So I was a cardiothoracic ICU nurse for about 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
And then I got into transplant coordination. But the ICU background was very helpful as far as like the grief and things that I have learned about that. And then kind of my own story with losing my mom has really intertwined with that. So
See that.
that's me. I'm writing a book about all of this. And
Okay.
I like to
Cool.
Yeah, included in what I teach about, so
So, how is that something you always wanted to do? What you're doing now when you were growing up?
you know, no.
Okay.
When I was growing up, I was convinced I was gonna be a famous actress, and I was gonna see
Cool.
my name in
Okay.
lights. Yeah. So, I guess if I, continue speaking, maybe that's a possibility, and maybe that's
Really?
just what I envisioned for myself. But I was always, like, the caretaker person of my
Okay.
friends, and so, yeah, nursing was, like, a natural thing for
Yeah.
me, so
So, actress, I mean, is there one that stands out that you kinda is your idol or that you look at and think, "I wanna be like that?"
Mhm. It's hard to say. I have a lot of I love Reese Witherspoon. She's one
Oh,
of my
yeah.
favorite actresses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very versatile, always playing a strong female lead, which I love. Um, but in high school, I was in like the school plays and musicals,
Okay.
and I
Eh
actually was the Wicked Witch of the West,
okay, that's a kind of a
ironically.
fun part to play, I would think.
It
So,
was.
no. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. So, being in front of people obviously doesn't bother you?
No,
Okay,
and
that's good.
yeah, like, it's funny because I always thought I was, like, a really shy person, but here I was just out performing and,
Wow.
dancing and singing. Oh, I
Okay.
guess, it's just in the genes, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. I haven't gotten to that point. So you speaking on stage in front of people, you were saying? Did you speak? So
Yeah, primarily I have done online,
okay.
like, webinars and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the goal is stages.
Does that intimidate you?
A little bit only because, like I'm a mom and
Yeah.
mom brain, like, what if I freeze up? But also I need to remember that, like, this is what I love to talk about and can talk about for hours, so it
Yes.
should be okay.
You should be. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell that's your passion, and if you can talk for hours, it definitely is. So
Yeah.
how many kids do you have?
2.
Okay. So do they help you with, I mean, everything you do? Are they helpful around the house?
Well, they're only 6 and 3, so
Okay.
their version of helpful is, they're putting their plate in the sink.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
You
Uh,
know, we're getting there, but, like and they're very sweet, like, if I'm cold, I get a blanket.
aw, I
Yeah.
love that.
But they do inspire me a lot, especially, like, my outlook on life, and things like that, so, yeah,
Yeah,
I would say they're helpful.
see life through the eyes of a child, that's for sure, and,
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
that is, would be a gift that we could keep that for our whole life. I definitely do. So, so where did being a nurse come in?
Um, my older sister is a nurse.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. And so I ended up just kind of what I felt was following in her footsteps a little bit, but
Sure.
we actually got into completely different sides of nursing. So she went ER nurse and I went ICU nurse, and they're, like, completely different. ER is very, like, uh I
Yeah.
guess type B and
Okay.
ICU is type A, like, if
Okay.
you were gonna sum it up. Yeah.
So, I mean, nurses, I mean, I'm just amazed, and I'm amazed how many hours nurses put in too. I mean, do you put in a lot of hours where you're at?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Um, people always look like when now I work 24-hour shifts.
Oh,
But
24-hour?
yeah.
Long shift.
It's a long time, yeah. It's call work, so,
Okay.
you never know what your day is gonna look like, but I people and they said it to me too when I was doing 12-hour shifts. They were like, "Oh, well, it must be nice to only have to work 3 12s a week," and I it's like, well, if you include the
Yeah.
time that I leave my house and also, we're required to stay on either side to do your handoff, like, it's actually more than that, so
Wow. I mean, so
yeah.
you're located in Florida, is that right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Southwest Florida.
Okay. And I think I have you down that you were in Chicago originally?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So what took you from Chicago to Florida?
I just, at some point, I started traveling south and never stopped, is what I like to tell
I
people.
can do that.
So I moved to Southern Illinois to go to Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville. It's right
Okay.
outside of St. Louis, and that was where I met my husband. And we lived in St. Louis for many years. I think,
Okay.
yeah, about 10 years probably. And we decided we were tired of winter. And
I hear you.
the entire family, us, the kids included, always did better when we were in Florida. We would take like a week-long vacation down here
Definitely
every
understand.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I mean, it's like, no, I don't want to go home. Although this has been an exceptional winter, but most of the time it's like 20 below and then winds blowing. And no, everybody got winter to the east of us. We just,
Yeah.
I mean, we have it dry and everything else. So what else do you do in Florida?
I go to the beach once a week.
Once a week? Ah, now I'm jealous.
I tell my kids, I'm like, "You guys are so lucky you get to go to the beach once a week." I was, like, 10 years old before I went once.
I love the beach.
So,
No, are there
yeah.
a lot of people at the beaches where you're at?
In season, yeah,
Okay,
definitely. Out of season, it's a little more secluded, which is nice. There's also, like, a lot of really lovely places to take a walk and, like, look at the wildlife and everything, so
nice.
I like doing that too. Yeah.
No, that sounds like a great place. I mean, I could definitely, especially in the wintertime, normally I could be down there and not care about missing winter. I mean, maybe at Christmas I might, but that's about it. No, I mean, have you ever had snow where you're at?
No, we're far enough south where we have not gotten it.
Okay, that's a big
Yeah.
plus. 100% there.
If we ever do, I might have to just go further south. I
Yeah, there
don't know.
you go. Just keep going south until they don't know what snow is.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So, okay, with what you're doing, um, you're writing a book. So, what got you started doing that?
That was helping me process the grief of losing my mom.
Mm.
So, 2 days before Christmas in 2024, my mom passed away suddenly in an
Oh,
ICU.
I'm sorry. Oh,
Um, yeah, and so there were obviously a lot of, like, losing your mom, that's one of the biggest losses that we face, in life, and then
yes.
also I've had to kinda come to terms with the fact that I hadn't realized how much trauma I was left with from my days in the ICU.
Okay.
Um, and so I just kind of started writing in order to help me process the whole thing and put it all together. And then it just it was like wildfire. I started just continuing and pretty soon I was like, "No, I have an idea for a book now. I'm gonna
Wow.
write this book." And so
Yeah. So
yeah,
so it's written?
I am halfway through it.
Okay, very good.
Um, but I have been picked up by people who are going to help me publish it. So,
Very good. Congratulations. It's
thank
very,
you.
very good. So, I mean, has writing a book been like what you thought it'd be like?
In a way, yes, but also no, I didn't really have any expectations.
Okay. Okay.
I guess I was surprised by how freely it flowed. Like, you get
Excellent.
into that creative flow state,
Right, right.
and it was like, "Wow, this is something." So, yeah.
And that I've always wanted to kind of write a book, but I've never ever because it's like, what I mean, how do you get? I guess you just start, but it's like, what would be anything that anybody want to? It's like nobody's gonna want to read a book that I wrote. It's just, but I
No,
don't know.
I mean, that's yeah,
What's
go
that?
ahead. I think a lot of people feel that way, you know,
Yep.
but even I kind of feel that way too at the moment, but I think a lot of people talk about doing it and just never do, but I wonder what would happen if you started.
Yeah, I think maybe, and my wife thinks that too. Once I got started, I'd like, this isn't bad. Kind of like doing it.
Yeah.
Kind of like anything, when
Yeah.
if somebody with the podcast, I would have probably like, who's going to want to listen to, and here I am like in my fifth year and 360 some episodes. You just never know until you do it. That's for sure.
Yeah. So
So
I
have
think you
you?
should.
I think I should too, and my
Yeah.
wife would be clapping in the background if she were here. She's like, "Go, go," get him to do that.
Yes.
So have you ever you look like you're comfortable speaking. Have you ever thought about doing your own podcast?
I could see myself doing that somewhere along the
I could too.
pipeline. Yeah. Because I genuinely love to talk to people, especially people who, you know, get the big picture of
Yeah.
life, you know? And when yeah, again, you go into that creative flow state and the
Yes.
exchange back and forth is just wonderful. Yeah, so I could see
It
that.
is. Yeah, once you get into the zone and it's just like it's just like I'm surprised when I'm recording these how fast the time goes by. It's like, wow, that went, kinda like the other day when we spoke. It went by
Yeah.
very, very quickly too. So
Yes.
so what are some other things you would like to do like then next year or 5 years?
Um, I think well, right now I'm looking at types of stages that I want to acquire. I
Okay.
think that I would love to broaden my horizons and speak to a variety of people.
Okay.
I'm getting my small group coaching put together,
Okay.
and that's something that I've got coming along too. I think that that's the big thing. And then
Okay.
maybe long term goals. This is going to sound funny, but I really want to be an Airbnb host.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I,
So why do you wanna do that?
because I feel like it kind of combines my the things that I love in a really weird way. I think that the
Okay.
best hosts kind of cater to families, right? And like
True, yes.
they know what you need. And okay, I could do that very well as a mom who has traveled with her kids, right? And then I feel like it's another way to like impact people's lives and
Mhm.
take care of them and anticipate
Yes.
their needs. And
Yes,
I'm
yes.
very good at all of those things. So why
Yeah,
not?
you're definitely you like to take care of people, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Comes across too. Um, oh my gosh, I got all kinds of questions now. So, do you have this in your mind? What that would look like? I mean, do you have a place where you'd have the Airbnb?
Yeah, I mean, we we're about, I would say 45 minutes from the beach.
Okay,
So if I got a spot that was close enough, I think that would work. But I mean, that was part of the thing living in Florida. I'm like, I live where people vacation. I should
that is
probably
true. Yes, yes.
take advantage of that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So, I mean, if you're living in Florida, you just probably don't leave. Do you ever go on vacations? I mean, you it's like I'll just stay here. I'm already
Yeah. We actually joked about that. We were like, "Well, now what do we do?"
exactly. Oh,
We actually have a vacation coming up. We go to Mexico and we go to this same little resort
nice.
just across the Gulf, if you will.
Very,
And
very good.
it was where we honeymooned and we've
That's
been
cool.
there several times, so we kinda know what to expect and
Well, that's kinda nice too. I mean, that
yeah.
is so, okay, getting back to your small group coaching, is this
Mm,
something you always wanted to do with that?
yes, at least since I've been a mom,
Okay.
that was when that kind of came through. And I think it's because there are so many things that moms deal with
Yes,
that, like, it's never given enough weight in our society. I feel like moms are kind of
I
pushed to the
agree.
side, you know? And, like, we need somebody to take care of us too, and it's
Amen.
harder to find a village and, people I think moms feel isolated a lot because when you're dealing with somebody with
Yeah,
something, like, most people don't talk about it, and
yeah.
so when really it's like, "Hey, we all just need a helping hand every once in a while," whatever that
Amen.
looks like.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, moms are dealing with so much more than I think they did, not that many decades ago. I mean, there's just
Yeah.
like a lot of times they're working outside the house and then raising children and almost everything. So
Yeah.
I mean, have you started doing that?
Yeah, I have a few people. It's been small. It's been like 2
Okay.
and 3 people so far, and just kind of trying to trial it out and see where I can,
Sure.
tweak things, make it better.
Mhm.
And so I am going to hopefully build on that.
It's a good way to
It
start, though. You
Yeah.
learn what you know, because until you do it, and you don't know what works and what doesn't really. So,
Yeah, yeah.
mm.
So,
So I mean, did were these people? How did you these people that you're working with already? How did they find you?
well, it's been mostly my friends
Well,
and
that's
people that I
awesome. I think
know,
that's a great way to do
like
it, though.
yeah, and like, "Oh, hey, you should talk to her about this because and,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay, sure."
No, I think that's a great way to start out anything like that. You know, they'll be well, they can be brutally honest. You know, sometimes.
Yeah. I was like, "This is great because it's gonna give me, the feedback that I need and feedback from people I trust to tell me?" So, yeah.
So, I mean, would you have an age group that you're going towards, or all women? I mean,
So I post a lot on social media,
okay,
just trying to get the message out there into the universe for those
yes,
who need to
yes,
hear it.
yes,
I truly believe that goes where it needs to go.
agreed.
Um, and so the age range on that is women from like, I would say 30 to 50,
Okay,
honestly.
okay,
Um, which is interesting because, some people like losing your mother is something that I think a lot of people resonate with. And it's
yes,
interesting because some women are losing them so much younger. And then women who are older are telling me, I lost my mom and I thought because I was older, I'd be more prepared, but I am just
yeah,
completely, floored.
yeah.
So it's kind of interesting, that dynamic.
It is,
Uh,
and I mean, until it really occurs, you don't know if you're. I mean, you find out if you're ready or not after it occurs. But um, I lost my
yeah.
mom up years ago. You know, from dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever it ended up being,
Sorry.
and I thought I was prepared because she was that way for quite a few years before that. But when it actually occurs, you know, it's just and she got it pretty early on. So, and
Yeah.
I am not repeating what she had. I will do anything and everything if there's a way to keep me from because you lose them twice. You know, you lose them, you know, when they don't know who you are the first time, and then when they
Yeah.
actually go. And cruel. There's a lot of cruel ways, but that is just terrible.
No, that definitely is. And like, just like you said, you're losing them twice. So you're grieving and then you're grieving the entire time and then you lose them like physically and then you're grieving all over again. So like, yeah,
You are.
absolutely.
In fact, when I mean, I would used to go visit her, and then she would never know, and I mean, she was holding hands with another guy, and she was happy, you know, and my wife's like, "Does that bother you?" It's like, "No, she's not my mom," you know? She's
Ooh.
and it came on so fast she had a seizure, and it
Oh,
was almost right after that, it all started going downhill, and, she had a
jeez.
seizure at Starbucks, got everybody's attention, and she just
Oh
had
my
been
gosh.
driving. So, yeah, it came on very, very quick, and, just never know on that, so that's why better live for today. You never know when, something like that will occur, so, no.
Mhm.
Have you ever been to Nebraska? Changing
I have not. It's one of the
Okay,
states I have yet to visit.
okay. So, well, it's different, you know, you've probably been to the Great Plains or some state, like, and
Yeah.
it's everybody's like, "There's a lot of corn cattle," which there are, but there's a lot of other things too, so and everybody's like,
What
"What's flat?" It's like, not totally flat. So,
True, but probably like the bluest skies ever and the most stars in the sky that you can
yep,
imagine at night, right?
yeah, it is. There's not
Oh,
that much light pollution, especially when you get in the northern part of the state.
I love that.
There's counties up there that have like 39 people, and it's just like, I mean, there are not many people. So if you want to get away from everybody, that's where to go. But no, the Milky Way and everything are so amazing. That's for sure. And it's a cool state. But so, what is that? I mean, Florida's probably your top state. What I mean, did you like Missouri when St. Louis?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good place to live, especially if you have young kids. That's one thing okay, there you go. That's one
Okay.
thing that Missouri has on Florida.
Okay. Okay.
St. Louis specifically, because there are so many free things to do as a family.
Really? That's
Yes.
interesting.
And things geared towards kids. Down here, it's like there's a few little things here and there, and you really have to, like, work to find them.
That
So,
surprises me. I would have thought Florida probably would have been that's very interesting. So,
I they're kinda like, "Hey, you've got an ocean, go enjoy it." Like
maybe yeah, I suppose I could see that mindset. I could definitely see the mindset
Yeah,
there. No,
yeah.
that really surprises me. I mean, but no, I lived in Columbia, Missouri out of college for a while, so
Did you?
not too far. Yeah, I liked Columbia. That was some nice community. So,
Yeah.
but no, and then Kansas City's not that far from here. I go to Kansas City quite a bit, and I have been to
Mhm.
St. Louis. But
Yeah.
so, I mean, what else would I mean? What else would you like to do? Maybe with your family.
Um, well, I really just want my family to be happy and healthy, and that's, that's the dream for me right now. It's
Okay,
we I feel like I am kind of a simple soul when it comes to that.
that's
As long
cool.
as we are happy and healthy, I'm good.
That's
I'm good with our once a week beach trip,
yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
Well,
I
then
just
yeah,
want
I'll be down to join you.
you should. We
I
will have you
should, yeah.
anytime.
So
See, and
how
that's
far are
another
you from,
reason
let's see, Tampa? What's the nearest airport?
Oh, Southwest Florida International Airport.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Mhm.
So,
It's a smaller one. It's nice though.
okay.
Shout
I
out
like
RSW.
smaller I definitely like smaller airports a lot of times.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, last times in Chicago at O'Hare, I mean, they moved our gate every 2 seconds. We 4 times before we finally ended up, and it's just like, "What, a exercise program here? Or we just get it, they move it again." Oh my
Yes.
gosh. No. So how long you said you were you born in Chicago?
Yes, born in Chicago, lived there up until I was 18,
Did you
and then I
like
moved
Chicago?
down. I think Chicago has some of the most interesting people that you'll meet, and, like, just it's very I don't know, I feel like eclectic is not quite the right word, but there's so many different people in
Yeah.
one city.
Yes.
Um, a lot of stuff to do there, very
Oh, yes.
different though,
Yeah.
but no, I liked it. Yeah, I think it's
No, I
beautiful.
think sure it was fun. I mean, I've been there a few times, and it is, and you go downtown, you basically see everything, that's for sure. So,
Yeah,
but no, I really do, and I like the I feel like pizza. I mean, there's if you want deep dish pizza, um, there's one on every corner pretty much, I found
yes,
out. So, but
yeah.
if I was coming down to where you live, what I mean, the beach besides the beach, what other things are there to do where you live?
One of my favorite things is there is the 6 Mile Cypress Slough. I
Oh,
didn't know what
wow.
a slough was when I moved down
Oh.
here.
Actually, what is a slough?
It's like protected wetlands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and, they have a beautiful walkway, and you can see all kinds of different birds, and there's an alligator that we usually see.
Okay.
Um,
That's good.
it's yeah, it's nice to just go take a walk and people bring their, like, really big cameras, and everyone's really friendly too, like, you walk up
Okay.
and
Well,
everybody kind of whispers because everybody's respectful of nature, and so
cool.
"Hey, what do you see there?" And "Oh, there's a snake in that tree, do you see it?" And, like,
Uh-huh.
so
That's
it's kind
awesome.
of yeah, it's kinda cute, I like that, so
Yeah, I think I'd like where and you're in what, Fort Myers, is that right?
mhm, yeah.
I think I would like that. How big a community is that? That's pretty good size, isn't it?
It's a pretty good size, and it is growing,
I bet.
like, a
No,
lot, yeah, so,
yeah, I can
um,
see well, people on the East Coast and up where they had winters, like, you're probably getting them all down there after the winter they've had, especially, I mean, oh my gosh, those places have
yes.
got a tremendous amount of snow.
Yeah.
Like Northern Michigan, my gosh, they were showing the houses were almost covered with snow. There, I mean, it's like, nope, no, there's no way
No,
I'm going.
I would not be okay.
So, do you ski?
No. I
Okay,
used to snowboard in high school.
okay. So, are you a pretty good snowboarder?
I was. It'd be interesting to get me out on the slopes now.
Okay. So, everybody tells me with snowboarding, when you start out, you fall down a lot. Is that true, or is that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do? Okay.
I I fell, like, down the mountain an embarrassing amount, like, in front of the guy that I liked at the time,
Of
and it
course, it's
was
gotta work that
yeah,
way.
yeah.
No, I
So,
mean, but you finally I mean, so how is snowboarding? I believe you said you haven't skied?
no, mm-mm,
I was
never
just wondering
skied.
what the difference is between skiing and snowboarding, except for that you have one board and 2 skis would be the difference, I guess, but, uh,
Yeah, I
so
think people.
go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I was just gonna say, I think people say snowboarding is harder on the knees if you don't have good knees.
I could
It's
see
just
that. I could definitely
yeah,
see that.
that's what I always think of, like,
Yeah. So do you I mean, probably don't have time. Do you like sports? Do you play any sports?
yes, I used to I've played a lot of sports growing up. Dance was kind of my thing,
Oh,
so
really cool.
yeah, dance team, we danced competitively. But I'm as an adult, I played pickleball when we lived in St. Louis.
Oh, yes.
So,
Tried the pickleball. I have not played it, but I've been asked a million times. People are, "Oh my gosh," everybody's like, "You can play pickleball." Yeah.
it's yes, it's the hot thing right now. Yeah.
Is it fun? It
It
looks like they're
is.
having a good time.
Yeah, and, unlike I don't wanna say you don't have to be athletic because you do, but, like, it's not like you're doing tennis and the courts are really big. Like, it's more
Okay.
attainable for, like,
Okay,
the
that
average
makes sense.
person.
Okay.
Yeah. And recently, I'm getting into golf. My husband is kinda teaching me how to play golf. So
I have attempted that. I had a young man that was in the high school golf team, and he regretted saying he was gonna try and teach me.
yeah.
He was so kind. Oh, yes. He's like, "Come on, Mark, you can hit that ball eventually." It's like, I wouldn't count on that one. So, yeah.
He
No,
regretted
he
it.
was, a gem. He got a gold star and then some for that day. Uh, it was amazing. In fact, at the Y, actually, the guy that was my coach, he's like, "We do have, golf lessons here." And it's like, "Yeah, I definitely need to do that, and you
Yeah.
might be frustrated very much too." So, to say the least, probably. I don't know. I think it looks like a lot of fun. So, you're able to play golf?
So, this is gonna sound very funny. My husband put a golf simulator in our garage, so that way
Oh,
he
that's
could
cool.
teach me
Okay.
without me having to pay to go because it's not
Yeah.
cheap in Florida.
I bet that's true. I bet that's definitely true.
Yeah, so we've probably saved the amount of money that we paid for it by not having me have to go out on the and it makes me feel better too because if I'm gonna make a fool of myself, I can make a fool of myself in my
I
own
hear you on
garage.
that 100%. Oh, boy, do I. Yeah.
Best way to learn.
So does your husband use that golf simulator too?
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
Now I know.
yeah. Honestly, we should we should all be as, wonderful at sales as he is because he's not in sales, he's in construction. But
Okay.
he sold that to me so easily. He was just like, "Yeah, I could teach you." And, like,
Yeah.
never mind the fact that, like, all he's gonna get is really for him,
It's a
you know?
win-win. I mean, gosh, you gotta go for that.
Yeah, we
Oh my
did.
god. But your husband's
Fortunately
an
f
instructor. No, you were gonna say something.
Oh. Oh, no, I was just gonna say, fortunately for me, he's actually a good instructor, and he's very patient with me, so hey.
That's always nice. That's very, very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So what kind of construction? Building homes or
He's in the commercial sector, so,
okay.
yeah.
So is that what he did before he moved down there?
Yes, he was in
Okay.
construction in St. Louis too, but it's
Okay.
very different down here,
I bet.
so,
I can't
yeah,
even imagine. So,
yeah.
going back to your nursing, how long did that take the schooling to get where you're at?
Well, I did 4 years in undergrad,
Okay.
and that's all that's actually required. So you can be a nurse with your associates. A lot of places, will help you with tuition if you go back and get your bachelor's. I just did it all in one full swoop. And I worked as a student nurse tech to put myself through school and
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
So 4 years there, and then for some reason, I just love being a student, I guess. I went back and I got my master's in education
I
too,
can
master's in
understand that.
nursing education, yeah.
There is
So
something
that was
about going to
another
school.
yeah, yeah, right? Like, it gives you something to do. It's a
Yes.
hobby I like to
Yes.
learn.
yeah, learning. I love learning new things. That's for
Yeah.
sure. So is there actually? You always hear about nursing shortages. Is there actually where you're at nursing shortages?
Yeah. Always. Everywhere. They're always short-staffed. I
Wow.
don't yeah, I don't think any place is not short-staffed, to be honest. Um, and that's why so after the pandemic, travel nursing became a really big thing,
Hmm.
like, making a lot of money doing travel nursing, because so many places were so short-staffed, and,
Yeah,
nursing, it's a beautiful profession, but it's a lot of people who tend to overgive of themselves
yeah,
without even realizing it.
I can see that.
High rates of burnout.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
I
so
can definitely understand that. So,
mhm.
with that personality that goes for that, which I can, that's what you'd want as a nurse and have as a nurse. But how do we get more people to go into nursing? Tuition's high, I'm sure, but
Yeah, oh gosh, that would be nice if they gave gave nurses a break on that.
yeah, it would.
Right? Yeah, we should figure out some way
Yes,
to yeah, what's the word I'm looking for?
facilitate kind of the
Yeah,
yeah something that
yeah.
would.
But honestly, it's a calling. It's a calling.
Mhm.
Like, I
Yes.
didn't have the words for it when I was younger, and my friends were like, "Oh, Kara's the mom of the group." Like, I was the
Hmm.
caretaker of all of my friends. I made sure everybody had what they needed. I didn't have the words knowing, like, "Oh, so I'm called to be a caregiver," like,
Yeah,
so yeah. So nursing was a very logical step for me.
very much. No,
Yeah.
24-hour shifts. I still can't get over that one. But you're just on call for 24 hours? Is that how we take that? Or you don't ever, or you're not there working 24 hours, are you?
It can be, yeah, it
Oh,
just
wow.
depends. So I cover heart and lung transplants, and they are you never know when you're getting an organ available for one of
True.
your
Yeah.
patients. So it's literally just when it comes in, and it happens day and night, and yeah, it's one of the newer things was having a call center approach. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, because there are nurses who take care of the patients, like, before they get their transplant, and then once
Mhm.
they're transplanted, there's another set of nurses who take care of them, and then there was, like, the in between where, okay, well, who actually coordinates the
Yeah.
transplants? And
Yeah. Exactly.
so they came up with more of a distinction,
Okay.
and, um, that was the call area of
Okay.
things. Yeah.
Wow. So, you must have like that's like in the middle of the night, they can call you in.
I am very blessed, I work from home.
Okay.
But yes, in the middle of the night, I get a lot of calls and text messages and things like that.
Okay.
So, but yes, I can call the patients in at any hour. So,
Really? Okay.
yeah, and so it's a beautiful kind of thread of gold that was woven into my career working with heart and lung transplant patients in the ICU. So after
Right.
they'd come right to the ICU to recover, right from surgery.
Okay.
And as they were awake and we were getting them ready, to get out of the ICU, I always asked people, like, "So, what were you doing when you got the phone call? What was that like? Tell
Interesting.
me."
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm the person who gets to make the phone call. So,
Oh, wow.
it's yeah, so it kind of came full circle,
Yeah.
and yeah, I really like that, and I feel so bad because sometimes I call people in the middle of the night, and I can tell they are just caught off guard,
I guess.
and,
I
you
would
know
I'd be that way too.
yeah, and then I have to give them all of this information, what you're supposed to do next, and da 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 da, and you've gotta get yourself to the hospital safely when you've just gotten the biggest phone call of your life,
Yeah,
so
right. Yeah, that would
so
be like,
it's
wow. Yeah,
a lot to take in, yeah,
it is. No. How long have
yeah.
you been doing this?
Ooh, 4 years now?
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
yeah.
So would that be one of your books about what you had do as a nurse? Or, you could have go all kinds of directions with books. So,
Yeah. The book, I actually and it's just very funny to me how organically it came together and,
okay.
Um, I kind of start off by talking about my career and how when I started, I
Mhm.
don't I don't think I was the best, most strong nurse that you would find because
Okay.
4 months prior to me graduating, we lost my father-in-law suddenly. My husband
Oh,
and I weren't married at the time, but
okay.
yeah, he
So tough.
was yeah, very suddenly, we lost him, and I had to finish out nursing school like that.
Oh, I'm
Just
sorry
lost
too.
in grief and not even realizing that that was what was just keeping me in this fog, you know, and nobody gave me a roadmap on how to grieve. Nobody
Yeah.
gave me a roadmap on, you know, how to learn to live again after grief.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
so,
it's a
yeah,
process. It's a journey, that's for sure.
it it is. And there is no after grief to be fair. You're learning how to live your life with the new circumstances that you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, like my wife says, you learn to carry it. So,
Yes.
and,
Yeah.
because I mean, she lost both her parents very close together, and you don't get over it. You just learn
No.
to, and then certain things will just trigger you and brings it all back very, very quickly. So,
Yes. Yes.
but
Yeah.
no, it's kind of all that is very tricky. You know, you wonder why certain things do trigger. What when you have a reaction, and
Mhm.
um, so I mean, you could be like a psychiatrist, psychologist, or whatever it is. I mean, when people come in, and have you ever thought about you want to do that, where people come in for a session, or
You know, I wanted to be a psychologist back when I was, like when I started school, I had so many things I was interested in,
okay,
and
which is
so
good.
I psychology was one thing I dabbled in, took a few classes and really enjoy
Okay,
it. And I think I like sociology and just the study of how people behave and things
right,
too,
right.
so, yeah, it would be a natural thing.
It
But
would.
I think the big thing for me is I like to give people things that they can focus on and things that allow them to feel, like, empowered, I
Hmm.
guess.
I agree.
So, it's a big kind of, like, "Here's what you can do." We might not be able to change our circumstances that our loved ones passed away. It
Yeah.
really sucks that you were just humming along with your life and you were perfectly happy, and then bam,
Yep.
something happens, and now you're just stuck
ev-
in grief for
Everything
the
changes.
rest of your life. Yes. Um, so my when I'm talking to people and trying to help them through that, it's very much, you know, things that you can do to learn to integrate it into your
Yeah.
life and
Yes.
grow around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it can feel, well, you can feel very helpless. You know.
Absolutely. That's the perfect word for it.
Yeah.
I felt helpless and that was the thing. So when I started my career, nobody told me what I should be doing. Like to,
Okay.
you know, I was just moving through life like
Yeah.
in a, you know, shell shocked
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And unless you've gone through it, you just, yeah, like hit with a ton of bricks or something like that. There's so
Yeah.
many you can say. It's just, I don't know. But so, Kara, before we end the podcast, is there anything else you would like to share with the audience?
Well, I you can find me on social media if you wanna reach out and chat. I am
Okay.
obviously a real person who loves to do so. So,
Awesome.
yeah. Um, and basically, yeah, I the one thing that I really want people to know, and I want for everybody who has to deal with grief, is knowing that you can and you will eventually live your life again.
Yeah.
And you know, have that hope because there are people like me who are willing to shine a light in the
Yes.
dark and
Yes.
guide you to where you need to go.
Yes.
So,
Awesome. That's a great way to end the podcast. And that
mm,
is, it's so much needed. Um, and I
yeah.
especially in today's society.
Yes.
We don't have the connections like we used to when, families were more connected. Now everybody's
Ex
going 100 mile an hour. And
Oh, yeah,
uh,
totally. And that's a big thing, like, let's all just slow down and remember what life is about, you know, I think we
yes,
get so caught
yes,
up in our to-do lists that
yeah, yeah.
it's hard.
We do our
Yeah.
to-do lists, and before we know, we're done. Life has gone by so quickly, and you wanna live your life. You wanna catch your dreams. I gotta put
Yeah,
that.
exactly, yes. You deserve to do so, you deserve
You
to
do.
catch your dreams, you deserve to be
Amen.
present in your life, yeah, because it's the
100%.
one we get. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, well, I'm gonna end the podcast right there. Carol, thank you for joining me. I enjoyed today just as much as the other day, and,
Same.
I look forward to meeting you in person. I might just have to come down there, I mean, to Florida there.
Okay, if you do, I'm going to require that you have to let me know so we can hang out, absolutely.
Okay, I will do that. That would be awesome.
Perfect.
No, that
Yeah,
sounds really good. So, I will let you go. Enjoy the rest of your day, and take care.
thanks, you too, great talking with you, appreciate
You too.
it. Bye.